Good morning. Today we will be learning about sensitivity of galvanometer. Okay, so what is sensitivity of galvanometer? So a galvanometer is said to be more sensitive if it shows large reflection even when a small current is passed through it or small voltage is applied to its ends. Okay, a galvanometer is said to be more sensitive if it shows large reflection even when a small current is passed through it or small voltage applied to its ends. Okay, so small current passed through it or small voltage applied to its ends, then we can define the sensitivity of galvanometer as current sensitivity as well as voltage sensitivity. Okay, so question is define sensitivity of galvanometer, or what is current sensitivity and how can we increase current sensitivity? What is voltage sensitivity and how can we increase voltage sensitivity? So current sensitivity is defined as the deflection produced in the galvanometer when unit current flows through it. Okay, so current sensitivity is defined as deflection produced in galvanometer when unit current flows through it. So we already know deflecting torque BIAN is equal to restoring torque K theta. Okay, okay, so this is BIN is equal to C theta, C theta. So from that equation we are taking theta by I is equal to BAN by C. So this is nothing but 1 by K. Okay, so theta by I is nothing but deflection produced in the galvanometer when 1 unit of current passes through it is called current sensitivity. So we can increase current sensitivity by increasing magnetic field strength, by increasing area of the coil, by increasing number of turns, and by decreasing couple per unit twist. So C stands for couple per unit twist or torque per unit twist. Okay. Next, voltage sensitivity. It is defined as the deflection produced in the galvanometer when unit potential difference is applied across its ends. Okay, it is defined as deflection produced in galvanometer when unit potential difference is applied across its ends. So voltage sensitivity BIN is equal to C theta. So from that, theta by I is equal to BIN by C. So here in the place of I you can write V by R. So V by R, I is equal to V by R. So R goes to the numerator. So theta R by V is equal to BAN by C, and from that theta by V is equal to BAN by CR. So that means the unit deflection produced in the galvanometer when unit voltage is applied across its ends is called voltage sensitivity. So we can increase voltage sensitivity by increasing BAN or by reducing C and resistance. Okay, so these are the factors on which voltage sensitivity can be increased, and these are the factors on which current sensitivity can be increased. So this current sensitivity is also called as figure of merit. So you will be doing one experiment how to find this figure of merit. So in the lab. Okay, so this is about the information about sensitivity of galvanometer, right? So next one is conversion of galvanometer into ammeter. So how can we convert this galvanometer into ammeter? So here you are considering a galvanometer having a resistance of capital G. Okay, so now let I is the current that passes through the galvanometer. So when a small resistance called shunt resistance is connected in parallel to the galvanometer, now this instrument is acting as an ammeter. Okay, so how can a galvanometer is converted into ammeter means when a small resistance called shunt resistance is connected in parallel to the galvanometer, it can be converted into ammeter. Okay, now what is shunt resistance? So shunt resistance is a small resistance always connected in parallel to the galvanometer so as to protect the galvanometer from high currents. Okay, so when I is the current passing through the galvanometer, this current get divided as IG, current through galvanometer, and IS, current through the shunt resistance, and finally it comes as I. Okay, so now when these two are connected in parallel combination, we need to find the effective resistance. So effective resistance is equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2 when both are connected in parallel. So that will be GS by G plus S. Okay, so G is the resistance of galvanometer, S is the shunt resistance. Okay, now in parallel combination, as voltage remains constant, we can take I into R effective voltage is nothing but IR effective is equal to IG into G is equal to IS into S. So this is the voltage across galvanometer, this is voltage across shunt resistance, this is the voltage effective. So I into R effective equal to IGG is equal to IS SMR. So when you compare these two values, you will be getting I into R effective is nothing but GS by G plus S is equal to IGG. So from that, so you can take IGMR. Okay, current through galvanometer is given by I into GS by G plus S by G. Okay, so this GG gets cancelled. So you will be getting current through galvanometer can be determined by this equation IG is equal to IS by G plus S. Okay, now equating these two okay, so I into GS by G plus S is equal to ISS. So SS gets cancelled and IS value is equal to IG by G plus S. So to find the current across shunt resistance, we can use this equation IS equal to IG by G plus S. Now equating these two, similarly IGG is equal to ISS. So now we want to find the shunt resistance. So IGG by IS. So IS means we can take total current I is equal to IG plus ISMR. So from that you can take IS value as I minus IG. Okay. So that implies S equal to G by I minus IG by IG. So you will get S equal to G by I by IG minus 1, where S is equal to G by N minus 1. So where N is called as a fraction of total current that passing through the galvanometer. So if 1 by 11th part of the current is passing through galvanometer, so then in the place of N you have to take 11. So 1 by 20th part of current is passing through galvanometer, in the place of N you have to take 20. So to find the shunt resistance, we are using S equal to G by N minus 1, where N is the fraction of total current that passes through galvanometer. To find the current in galvanometer, we are using IG is equal to IS by G plus S, and to find current through shunt resistance, we can use IG by G plus S. So shunt resistance is a small resistance. Whenever we connect this in parallel, the effective resistance gets reduced. So that some high current passes through that circuit, which can be measured. And now this galvanometer is converted into ammeter, where this ammeter can be used to find the value of current in the circuit. So therefore, by connecting a small resistance called shunt resistance in parallel to galvanometer, we can convert galvanometer into ammeter. Okay, right. And the next one is conversion of galvanometer into voltmeter. Okay, so now consider a galvanometer of resistance capital G. So let I be the current passing through the galvanometer. So now when a high resistance capital R is connected in series to the galvanometer, then this instrument acts as a voltmeter. Okay, so this is the total current, right? So a high resistance capital R should be connected in series to the galvanometer, so as to convert the galvanometer into voltmeter. Okay, so now in series, effective resistance can be considered as G plus R. Okay, now total current passing through that is given by I is equal to V by R. Total current passing through that galvanometer is considered as I is equal to V by R. So this R is considered as effective resistance. So you can take that as I is equal to V by G plus R. So I into G plus I into R is equal to V. So now we need to find this value of GMR. So that is equal to V minus IR by I. Okay. So 1 minute.
Stop.
Okay. So I is equal to V by R effective. So we are taking that as V is equal to IG into G plus R. R effective is G plus R. So from that V by IG is equal to G minus R. Okay. V by IG minus G is equal to R. So that means to find the series resistance capital R, we can use the equation V by IG minus G. Okay. Now R is equal to V by, in the place of IG we can take VG by GMR. So current through galvanometer equal to voltage by resistance. So VG by G. So G taking to the numerator, we get R equal to Vg by Vg minus G. So taking G common, you will get V by Vg minus 1. So this V by Vg is considered as N. So therefore R is equal to G into N minus 1. So where N is the fraction of the total voltage applied across galvanometer. Okay, fraction of total voltage connected to galvanometer. So now this act as voltmeter, so as to measure the voltage across the galvanometer. Okay, so here when 1 by 15 part of the voltage is passing through the galvanometer means you have to take N value as 15. So 15 minus 1 is 14. 14 into resistance gives total R. So this total resistance capital R will be very high. That has to be connected in series to galvanometer, so as to convert it into voltmeter. Okay, so this is about conversion of galvanometer into ammeter and voltmeter. Thank you.